The Mercedes-AMG One. After almost 5 years of the development of this car and being called formally as the Project One, it is really a sensational moment that we have finally get to see the actual production model. So, the AMG One. What are the things that we need to know about this car? Well, for starters, it is going to be a very limited production car. You see, the plan here is they will only be making 275 units. And yes, each and every single one of them are sold. Now, who are the very well-known people likely to have an AMG One? Well, there is the 2016 Formula One World Champion, Nico Rosberg. And next is Valtteri Bottas, as he was actually spotted driving a Mercedes AMG GT Black Series P1 edition. And lastly, obviously and not surprisingly, the 7-time Formula One World Champion Lewis Hamilton. Well, a pair of AMG One to be exact, because his father Anthony Hamilton would get one as well. Wait, hold on a minute, is that Susie Wolf? Price, you ask? Well, per unit it is going to be priced at a whopping $2.72 million. Expect the AMG One would go up on value year after year because of its exclusivity. The possible nearest rivals of the AMG One could be either the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, or the Koenigsegg Regera, or the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Do you disagree? Well, comment down below on what car do you think are the potential rivalry for the AMG One. The design is very F1, very low and very long, with a mixture of sophisticated aerodynamic wings and functions all over the car. Noticeably, the wheel arches are huge. The air intake of the top of the roof and a shark fin has been fitted in order to have a maximum stability during high speeds, and you also have noticed that there are some louvers above the front wheel arches. At the rear of the AMG One, the exhaust and the diffusers were designed from the technology of their Formula One car. The taillights kinda remind me the same taillights as the Aventador has. When the butterfly doors are open, it's a showstopper to look at. Moving on to the wheels, well, those are a 10-spoke forged aluminum wheels. They have a measurement of 19 inches at the front and 20 at the back. The wheels can be removed by the center lock at the middle, and it has a carbon fiber partial wheel covers fitted onto it. The tires that are going to be fitted are some Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 RM01 tires, and it is only to be fitted specific for this car. The aerodynamics in this car is unsurprisingly sophisticated. It would function differently depends on the driver on what program that they have selected. Well, there are some different aerodynamic setups to choose from. First is the highway. It closes the wheel arch louvers, stalls the front diffusers and active flaps, and it repositions its rear wing. Next is the track mode. This would offer some optimum downforce on the vehicle. It would open the louvers and then extend the front diffusers. Lastly, the race DRS mode. According to Mercedes, this mode will reduce its drag and downforce of approximately 20% to increase the peak performance on the straights. The DRS mode can be triggered by the push of the button, as if it were likely to be in a Formula One car. The rear wing flap is going to be fully retracted and its louvers are going to be closed shut. Whenever the driver uses the brakes or some lateral acceleration has been identified, the DRS will be shut off automatically. Next are the 6 driving modes, one of which is for the electric drive mode, in which the driver can use the electric motor for a neat 18 kilometers of range. Next is the race safe mode. What happens here is the internal combustion engine is the only one running, just to make sure that the electric motor is charged and always available. We head on to the 2 most exciting modes, the Race Plus and Strat 2, both of which will activate some aerodynamic features. This car will provide some increased downforce and reduced suspension. The Strat 2, on the other hand, you would sometimes hear this from the racing engineers, in which they would instruct their drivers to go to Strat 2 in preparation for their qualifying lap. Mercedes then put that system on the AMG One in order to provide customers on what would be the near-like experience of driving a Formula One car. Lastly would be the individual mode. This will allow the driver to fine-tune and accurately change the different kinds of settings related to the different road modes. Inside the cockpit of the AMG One, you are going to be greeted with a Formula One style steering wheel, with almost all of the car's functionality and buttons placed on the steering wheel. Well, not almost, half of it to be honest. It consists of the DRS activation system, the driving modes, suspension options, and of course some shift lights. It can be powered adjusted by the way. The car is fitted with a pair of two 10-inch displays. One focused for the driver and the other one in the middle, which is a bit slanted towards the eyesight of the driver. Mercedes would have a premium flawless design towards the air conditioning louvers and the speaker grills. The seats are integrated into the monocoque. I almost forgot that the pedal box is adjustable, 11 ways, and even the passenger footwell is individually adjustable. Wanna hear this AMG One sounds like? Well, this is an accelerating clip. Now moving on to the dimensions of the AMG One. Well, it is confirmed longer than the Bugatti Chiron, also narrower and yet taller. The car would measure at 187.2 inches of length, a height of 49.6 inches, and a width of 79.1 inches. And the wheelbase is around 171.1 inches. A curb weight was figured at 3,737 pounds. Heading on to the engine, it has a 1.6-liter turbocharged V6 engine, and it has the sophisticated Formula One derived technology fitted into it. Mercedes can claim that reaching its peak power would be around 9,000 RPM to 11,000 RPM range. The electric motors have a combined output of around 603 horsepower. The drivetrain is an AMG Performance 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive with an electrically driven front axle, torque vectoring, and a hybrid rear drive axle. This is going to be paired by an automated 7-speed manual gearbox. Mercedes would claim that it would go from 0 to 60 around 2.9 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is around 7 seconds, and 0 to 300 kilometers per hour in 15.6 seconds. The top speed, you ask? Well, it is going to be around 218 miles per hour or 350 kilometers per hour. The engine's maintenance is a must-follow procedure on this one. The only thing I knew is the engine can only last up to 50,000 kilometers, which means owners would have to return their cars for an engine refurbishment. Well, the AMG One can boast an 8.7 liters per 100 kilometer fuel consumption. As expected, the AMG One is not suitable for having a cargo space. Well, there is one compartment in which it is between the seats, a central compartment for the fire extinguisher. Have you noticed that the AMG One doesn't have a rear view mirror? Well, because of the vertical rear wing at the back, Mercedes had opted to use a mirror cam, in which it is integrated into the rear of the AMG One that displays some real-time footage. This car really showed Mercedes as a sign of stepping into the unknown. Adapting a Formula One technology and somewhat an expensive maintenance onto a road car is really a formula for certain surprises, thrilling experience, and action on the track. Have you seen my last video? Click on the upper right to watch my video about the glorious sounding Ferrari 296 GTS and GTB. If you enjoyed today's content, leave a like button on the video, comment down below on what are your opinions about the AMG One, and consider yourself sharing it too. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell on the right in order for you to be notified on the next upload. I'll see you guys soon. Take care guys. Peace. Bye bye.